Hello guys, welcome to my channel NetworkGrid, and in this tutorial I will explain you how to ping or connect internet from your Eve lab via router or switch. So let's get started. In order to know where my Eve lab is configured, I have switched on the virtual machine and I'll type it's IFCONFIG space pipe LESS. So by doing this, I came to know that my IP is 192.168.124.128. So open a web browser, okay, and type http colon // 192.168.124.128 and slash. So by entering this, I'll get a graphical user interface to Eve Lab. The default password is admin and the password would be EVE. Sign in. Now your lab is open. Now I wanted to create a new lab. Press on new lab. Name. Enter lab name. CONNECT. Connect to internet via router. And okay, author is my name ARVINDKUMAR. Description: we are connecting internet via router. The same goes here and save it. Now you get a new simulator page where you can create your topology. So now I'll select network here and I'll name it as internet, and type is NAT. So for NAT it is always management cloud 0. So this is the main thing that you need to remember. Save it. I'll explain you why I'm using NAT. Because when you go to my virtual machine and press on settings and you go to network adapter, you find my Eve is configured on NAT used to share the host IP address. I'm using this specific connectivity in order to get internet. To show you that my Eve is connected to internet already, I'll ping the network ping www.google.com. You see, it's pinging internet. So I know that my NAT is having access to internet. My NAT connectivity in Eve is having access to internet. So I wanted to ping this particular internet from my router. And my IP is configured with DHCP. And what is my DHCP server in this case? My DHCP server in this case is my router. It has dynamically assigned this particular IP to my Eve. Okay, so let's go into the lab now. Go to your browser. You know already, and one more thing. If you wanted to know that what IP is assigned and what is the default gateway assigned to your interface on Eve, go to Edit, press on Virtual Network Editor. In Virtual Network Editor, you can see I have configured NAT. And in order to know what is my default gateway, NAT settings, see, you can see my gateway 192.168.124.2. Subnet mask is 24, 255.255.255.0. IP address is 192.168.124.0. Okay, so by looking at this information, I'll configure my lab. Go to my lab. I'll take a router. For this, I'll use a Cisco router. See, this is my Cisco router, and interface slot. In slot, I'll use fast Ethernet. I'll use two fast Ethernet slots and then save. So I got a router. Okay. Now I'll take a PC. I'll take a Windows PC. Already all the images are configured as per my previous video. That's how I'm getting all these images. Now I'll connect my router to internet, which is NAT. Okay. Save. Then I'll connect it to my computer in order to open Google Chrome in a web browser. Google in web browser. Okay. I'll rename this router as internet router. Okay. Instead of this name, I'll put it as internet router. Then I'll save it. Okay. I'll refresh my lab. For some reason, it did not appear. The name is still not changed. I'll try once again. Internet router. I wanted to name the prefix as internet router. I'll save it. Okay guys, for some reason I'm not able to change the router name, so let it be, no problem at all. Refresh my topology. No, still not changing, no problem at all. Now let's start the configuration. I'll switch on my router. At the same time I'll switch on my PC. I'll go to router console. This is secure CRT application which got automatically opened. So I'll wait for the router to load its configuration. No. My router is now configured. Basic commands: enable show IP interface brief. You can see my fast Ethernet 0/0, 1/0, 2/0 is unassigned with IP and it is down. Status is administratively down and protocol is also down. Okay. So I can see fast Ethernet 0/0 is connected to internet. So first I'll name the router. In order to configure router, you need to go to configuration terminal. So config t. Oh, sorry. Now I'm in configuration mode. In order to use show commands in configuration mode, we always have to use do and start off any command. Do show int brief. Do show IP interface brief. I'll go to interface fast Ethernet 0/0 INPER interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and now so I don't know what IP my DHCP server assigns me. So I'll use a command add IP add IP address DHCP. Now I'll use no shutdown and I'll exit the interface. You can see the link came up, protocol is also up, the stage changed to up. Now do show IP interface brief. See, 192.168.124.132 is being assigned to this particular interface. So let's note it down there. So text 192.168.124.132 and the subnet mask is 255. I'll put a slash symbol 255.255.255.0 and save. So this we have this IP address and this interface over here. Now let's try to ping Google. 8.8.8.8 is Google IP. Okay, as I said we need to use do 8.8.8.8. Oh sorry, do ping 8.8.8.8. It's pinging successful. You can also try like this. Do ping www.google.com. You can see it's now my router is pinging internet. Now I'll put my router name as internet router. So for that I need to go to enable mode, host config t, host name, internet hyphen internet router, and now I'll save the configuration. Do copy running configuration to startup configuration. Do copy startup configuration to running configuration. By this command, it will save the settings which we configured. Done. Our router is configured. Okay. And now let's go to Windows PC in order to configure an IP and access internet. So for some reason why my VNC is not working, when I click on it, underneath you can see the IP address and port number, left side bottom. If I remove my cursor, it will vanish. See here, over here you will see the IP address. Okay, so I need to access this particular computer directly from VNC where I have installed it. I have installed VNC in C. Okay, go here and try to open this particular application. It's asking for the address. Let's see whether the address is same. Go to your Eve topology, click over here. IP address is 192.168.124.128. 32770 is the port number. Okay, 32770 is the port number. Connect. See, Now I'm able to access my Windows. The password configured. Before configuring IP address over here, I should enable the interface fast Ethernet 1/0. Okay, IP interface fast Ethernet. That's 1/0. 1/0. IP add. What IP address should I give? Need to use a different IP address. Subnet, different network IP address. So I'll use 192.168. That's 124 there. So I'll use 125.1 and I'll give subnet mask as 255.255.255.0. Now shut down, exit. You can see the interface is up now. I'll do show IP internet brief. In order to specifically look at any certain interface, you need to use this command. Do show interface fast Ethernet 1/0. See, with this command, you can see IP address and its subnet mask. You can also see the MTU, delay, kilobits per by seconds, and other options. Okay. Now we know that we configured a IP. Let's name it. So we configured with 192.168.125.1. 192.168.125.1 slash 255.255.255.0. Okay, so you won't get confused if you name like this. Now let's go to my PC, restart later. I'll go to run ncpa.cpl for network adapter. I'm in my network adapter. I'll go to properties. I'll go to IP version 4. Again, I'll press on properties. I'll ask my computer to use following address. Okay. I'll type the address over here. I'll assign 192.168.1 dot, oh sorry, 125, it's not 1. 125.2. Subnet mask is automatically assigned. Default gateway is 190 192.168.124.132. In order to transfer the packet from here to here, I am using this interface IP address as a default gateway. Don't get confused over here. That's the reason I have written the IP addresses. Okay. And preferred DNS, you can give anything or leave it idle. I'll give Google default DNS server address, which is 4.4.4.4. Alternative DNS address will be 8.8.8.8. Okay, and I'm pressing OK. I'll enlarge it and I'll press on close. Okay, so we configured IP address over here. You can see it is taking the IP. Now let's open CMD to check the connectivity. ping 8.8.8.8. It will work, guys. See, it's pinging internet. So I'll name it as a public network. If you people still don't believe, I'll open Google Chrome and I'll browse Facebook and YouTube.com. Okay. So I'll type. See, you are in Google now. Still don't believe? You can type anything like no, I don't want to sign in. Let's go to facebook.com from the browser. Okay. It's asking me to create a new account. Sorry, not interested. By this, we proved that we will be able to access internet from our Eve router. So in my next video, I'll show you how to use Wireshark also. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.